This is Molly Hennessy-Fisk with the Los Angeles Times. I'm here in McAllen, Texas, down on the border, where a group of about 19 parents have sued the state alleging that they've been unable to obtain birth certificates here. They're immigrant parents who are undocumented, and they were trying to get birth certificates for children who were born here. Some of them had applied at this office behind me, the McAllen office. I spoke with the city secretary here in McAllen, who said she's just following the directions of the state. The state says that they're just following state law, but there's some other local offices where their clerks have said they are still accepting certain forms of ID that the parents have sued to be able to use. So I also talked to some of the lawyers who are handling the case on behalf of the mothers and a couple of fathers who sued on behalf of 23 children, and they talked about what they're looking for and why this is a problem.
My name is Jennifer Harbury, and I'm an attorney with Texas Rio Grande Legally.
I'm Ramirez, an attorney with the South Texas Civil Rights Project.
And both of our offices have filed a federal civil rights lawsuit in the United States District Court in Austin on behalf of some 17 families here in the Rio Grande Valley, the extended Rio Grande Valley. This is in fact a problem that is now statewide. What's happening is that the state registrar, or the Office of Vital Statistics, has interpreted its regulations in such a way that a huge percentage of the undocumented community, whether from Mexico or fleeing the drug wars in Honduras, San Salvador, and Guatemala, or families who have been here for 20 years even, they're being interpreted in such a way that these people are locked out from getting birth certificates for their Texas-born United States children. A number of the documents that they could produce are being rejected because they've expired, such as a driver's license from another country. Some people came here as minors and never had those. Those documents cannot be obtained by anyone once they're in the United States. They'd have to go back to Honduras to get a driver's license, for example. There is a national identity card that's issued by the consular services called the matricula. That was meant to replace those sorts of ID cards that have expired or been lost or never possessed. But that is now being rejected by all of the registrar offices. That leaves a foreign passport, which is also permitted, but under the regulations, if the person comes in with a valid passport from Mexico or Honduras or Guatemala, even though that is the most internationally recognized official identification that exists, they're refusing those unless they contain a U.S. valid current visa. So people cannot get birth certificates for their United States children, United States citizen children.
It's important to note that all these children are United States citizens. They were born in hospitals, they have the hospital records, many of them have social security numbers already, and they are being denied a birth certificate. And this is causing tons of problems for these 23 children. We have 23 in the lawsuit as of now, and it's causing problems when it comes to enrolling them in school. We have children as old as 6 years old, so they're already having a really hard time enrolling in school. The younger ones enrolling in kindergarten or in Head Start programs, obtaining Medicaid and Medicare benefits because they are United States citizens and they are entitled to those benefits. They're also having a really hard time obtaining those benefits, or they are facing the threat of suspension of those benefits. In addition, some other children their parents have had a really hard time baptizing them, for example, because a birth certificate is the most fundamental form of ID and proof of one's nationality, and these United States citizen children are being denied that fundamental right.